And I'll just quickly welcome all of you. Thanks for being here and thanks for getting involved and discussing this topic with all of us. Just real quick for the few people we have here, like I think we'll have an open discussion after the presentation of Dejan, Clemens and Danijela. All of them will present about 10 minutes. Yeah. But I think it's like really cool if you can have that discussion going on afterwards. So I'm really encourage you to write down any thoughts you have during the presentations and write down questions in the chat or just have them for afterwards. And I'll hand over to Sandra to introduce who we have and what the topic is.
Yeah. Hi from Podgorica. Today we'll have a science chat with team, which is with the subject of waste pollution in Balkan Rivers, especially Drina and its tributary Lim. So today we'll have Dejan Furtula from Eco Center. He's from Visegrad. He's local there and kayaker, and also an activist. He will speak from his perspective on this issue that is happening for years, maybe decades even. After that, we'll have Danijela Velickovic. She's from Bijelo Polje. She's doing her PhD on Plavsko Lake, that is the source of Lim River, and she did mapping of illegal landfills in Bijelo Polje municipality. So she has a lot of field experience, and she will tell us about her research of mapping and what she found, what methodologies she used. And after that, we'll have Clemens Fiegl from Everwave, the German company, and they actually helped locals from Visegrad. They borrowed their special boat to collect the waste from Visegrad reservoir when it was in a really critical stage with waste, to help them remove the garbage from the reservoir. So he will tell us about this and hopefully which direction we can, hopefully with everything we will see in which direction we can go in order to stop the way we're treating the rivers. So Dejan, you can start.
Okay. Second.
I think right in the bottom next to that zooming thing, you can start the presentation. Further down, further down, further down.
I can see everything.
Dejane, u samom dnu, pored 76% lijevo, imaš tu jednu malu ikonicu, klikni na nju, mislim da ti je to za prezentaciju. Sami dno ekrana, dolje desno. Pored 76% lijevo.
Dobro, samo da vidim sekundica.
Ok.
Ok. To je to, a?
Evo ide reprezentacije.
Yeah. As you see, everything you see is the picture taken for today. I will now talk about the long-standing problems with the floating waste on the Lunar River. It's been less for decades. In the beginning of this year, due to heavy rains and melting snow, and the level increased, the large amount of waste arrived. I think is the biggest amount of the plastic waste in last 5 years. The chain that stopped the waste broke until the big pressure, and for many times, and that created additional problems for the hydropower plants in the production of electricity. As the expert said, in this year, the 50,000 cubic meters of the plastic waste has arrived on the iron cable on the Drina, and there will many also fallen old trees in the water, and we have the big problems. people who have been collecting this waste for many years. They said about 3,000 cubic meters of the wood. They took out the wood per year, but we tried to make some pellets of that wood, but they said it's not a quality wood, and we receive answers from the authorities that is not possible. The biggest problem of this all is the waste we took out of the lake and put in the landfill that is few hundred meters away. It's a municipality landfill. That landfill is probably small for this large amount of the floating waste. You know, our river is so much polluted because the numerous illegal landfill along the riverbanks, and to the great influx of the water. Water just took the garbage in the river and took them in the last destination, which is Visegrad. That can tell a lot of us and our environmental awareness, which is the devastating level. In the cooperation with my colleagues from the neighboring municipalities, we found that all municipalities, they are illegal landfills to create major problems to us. This problem is not easy to solve, but we should refer for the activities of the meeting that was held 2 years before in the Visegrad, where was the Ministry of the Ecology of the Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Montenegro. Everything that has been agreed should be reactivated in that meeting, and it's been agreed to map illegal landfills, to set up some kind of surveillance and form teams of the inspectors who should check perform that surveillance. But little has been done so far. As we know, as they said, most garbage came from the Lim River. Experts say that 70% of all waste comes from Lim. Although I'm convinced that all our rivers are so polluted and dirty, and that each tributary of the Drina brings additional garbage. The same problem happenings downstream in the Drina from the Visegrad to the Bajna Bašta. My colleagues also said me that are a lot of illegal landfills that polluted our river. And I would also like to emphasize the organization of which I am a part. We took the garbage from this position in the Drina in the last 5 years, even the single-handedly. We found the medical equipment in the water that is some things like the needles and infusions, which raises additional concern about that, and raises additional question of whether medical waste is adequately stored. As we know, in the middle of February, the Germany company, cleaning company Everwave, came to Visegrad with a specialized boat for the cleaning floating waste. But as we see, there was no great benefit from it, because in the lake there was too much wooden materials, old trees or something like that, and that boat, as we can see, can took only the plastic, not the wood. Much remains unknown about that action of the cleaning lake. People from BiH who cooperated with the German company tried to engage the plastic recycling company from Visegrad, which was not operating for over the year, which means that recycling was also mentioned, but in the end it just, but because it was the farce, because all the waste end up on the landfill, as I can show you on the next screen. You can see now, in the start of the year, this amount of the waste wasn't being here. As I try to say, in this cleaning action, in the last 10 years, it's like some kind of the mysterious thing, because there is no transparency. Local people ask us for all the time some question, and we don't have answers. Like something is trying to to hide something or that. We had no question. I must emphasize the cleaning boat ended up below the surface. It's very shame because in adequate management of it, it's some kind of human factor. I don't know. This only show the people who do not have much experience with the job or are engaged in this process. I would also like to mention that Serbia immediately took some actions to solve the problem on the Lim River, and we should look upon them and their ministry, which immediately announced some kind of project competition for solving this problem on 3 municipalities, where over 1 million euros will be approved. In Bosnia and Herzegovina is the biggest problem because as the ecological organization, we don't have some kind of respect or the power. Nobody answer on our emails, on our calls. We have information that hydropower electric plant on Drina will allocate new amount to purchase new iron cable from one coast to another coast, like some 50,000 of euros. And that cable will be more stronger to take more amount of garbage. We give our best for years, but as we see now, I think the politics are involved in all of this. Ecocenter has tried to do some kind of the water analysis to see how much our Drina is polluted, but we have some information from the institute in the Foča that they are only do some analysis from the water reservoirs in the city. We are in contact with numerous organizations from the world who try to help us with this problem, but everything they should offer is another kind of the boat with some wood separators and cutters and something like that. We still don't have solution for this problem, and I think there must be included all three the countries, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and Serbia, if they really are seriously try to solve this problem. And in the end, this is the bad scene for our lake. The people who are engaged with this boat have some wrong things here, as you see, and the road has sunk, and everybody in the town now asking our organization what's happened there, how much amount of money is paid, who paid them, who are the German company, and we don't have some actions answers because there are no transparency in this case for many years behind us. That is all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dejan. Danijela, you can start now.
Okay.
And we'll discuss later.
Show. Okay, can you look this presentation?
Yes.
Okay, then I do the project. This investigation about landfills on the River Lim. I do with a project who give me my municipality of Bijelo Polje and exactly Secretariat for Rural and Sustainable Development from Bijelo Polje. And only moments I hope that you can now to look all this. Okay, no, it's all. Then the name of my project is Catalog of Illegal Landfills on the coast of the Lim from the central part city to the border with Serbia and the municipality of Berane. Then the main goal of the project is to list all illegal landfills on the shores of the Lim in the territory of municipality of Bijelo Polje from the central part to the city to the border with the Republic of Serbia and the municipality of Berane. Then the specific objectives of the illegal landfills catalog are to detect the location where we found the illegal landfills, to determine the geographical coordinates of illegal landfills, purpose of serious and the measures of guidelines for the remediation of illegal landfills. Then I calculated the volume of illegal landfills. Table 8 of the types. I show the types of the waste, which the type is of this waste. Distance from the distance waste from water source, from rivers. For example, the nearest faculties and the registered waste present in about the illegal landfills. Then I make the photographies of all illegal landfills from the field, protect the environmental by showing the number. Then I show how much landfills we found on the river Lim for all this investigation from central part of Bijelo Polje to border of Serbia and the central part from Bijelo Polje to border with municipality Berane. And now I will show you some example about these landfills on the river Lim. Before I speak about the methodology, for the purpose of testing illegal landfills on the shores of Lim, we use the map coordinates up from mobile phone and satellite image. Estimation of the amount of waste was performed deductively on site in order to analyze in detail to the condition of illegal landfills on the shores of Lim. We toured the terrain on foot and using a kayak that he used to descend of Lim. With kayak, I make the photo from kayak. I make all photo with these illegal landfills, and some landfills I make because by walk near river. The terrain was researched. Then I do this analysis from 5 months. When was raining? When was the good day? Then 5 months I do this. Researched. The date was processed in the Word. The paper analyzed the total amount of waste per location. Then for all location, I do analysis and how much waste I found there. Okay. Then I use two methodology for this investigation. For Ministry of Ecological of Spatial Planning and Urbanism of Montenegro, I use GPS device, Garmin Etrex 20X Land, and I make first web multimedia map of illegal landfills. But now I cannot show you these illegal landfills. For this investigation from a Ministry of Ecology, I do the two projects to detect all landfills on the river Lim, and I will send for all you if you want this web multimedia map first for Bijelo Polje. This is some example for illegal landfills of the banks of the Lim River. There you can look what problem we have there. So much pollution. The municipality don't do nothing to cleaning all this. There I show which is location. This is under the bridge in the Bijelo. This is geography coordinates from these illegal landfills. Then we have two illegal landfills near the school, near the bridge and near the school. Here I show the geometry of illegal landfills. Then lengths, this landfills, area, volume, landfill distance from banks, streams, lakes, water supply source, train, military facility, then health, hospital, natural speed, food industry, and other. I show all in this investigation. You can look landfills on the river or near river. This is geometry of illegal landfills. And for this, I spent so much time. Example, this is a location in Njegovo. And the amount of total waste is 128 and 0.5 cubic meter. For all location, I calculated the amount of total waste. Here is the location Oluja, and this is illegal landfills, 2 meters of River Lim. And the other is 1.5 meters of the River Lim. Then we have so much problem in Bijelo Polje about illegal landfills, and exactly we don't do nothing to cleaning this. The situation now is the same, and from all river you can see this situation. And in the river and near river, the situation about landfills is very big problem, and municipality of Bijelo Polje gives so much money from so much organization, but we don't do nothing to make this situation more better. This is other location, Podkrajci. This is 4 kilometers from Bijelo Polje. Then I saw in this amount of total waste, 92 cubic meter. It's so much. Look at this. This is here you can to look at the chemical waste, so much the different type of the waste. Then we don't have a good management for waste from waste in Bijelo Polje. This is location Strojtanica, and here I found the most amount of illegal waste, 142 cubic meter. This what I do, it was very so much work to make photo, to make coordination, to amount of total waste. This is location Podkrajci. Okay, I showed this before. Then I give some here. I show all location and what we must do. Example, to waste disposal, to collect waste, to remove waste. I give some example how we can to clean all waste what we found near river and in the river. Bulk material, collect waste, remove, and this must, that if we want to cleaning all this waste, we must to work all together. All people must to do this together. Excuse me. Sorry. This next slide shows the amount of waste by location and the total amount of waste for one part of illegal landfills. Here I show the geography coordinators and how much waste I found there. Then I will show you all this to show, I will send you my work that you can to see better. This is from one place, Ribnik location, and here is very big problem. This is this is half kilometers from the center of Bijelo Polje, near river and in the river. And for conclusion, on the shores of Lim, in the area of municipality of Bijelo Polje, a total of 180 illegal landfills were registered. The volume illegal landfills range from 1.2 cubic meter to 25. According to our research, the total volume of waste in 715.89 cubic meters. On one part from central Bijelo Polje to border of Serbia, and the largest amount of waste were recorded on location Strojtanica and amounts to 142 cubic meters, and the smallest on location Loznice, and is 12.25 cubic meters. And the conclusion is the illegal landfills were created as a result of human not attention about nature, and they dumping farms into riverbed of the Lim and in banks. Then I will show you on the banks. Then in other investigation on the banks of the river Lim, the territory of municipality of Bijelo Polje, on the road border to Vit Berenem, other municipality, a total of 40 illegal landfills. Then, in first investigation, we have 118 landfills. In another investigation, from central part to border with other municipality, we have 14 illegal landfills. The volume of illegal landfills is range from 1.3 cubic meter to 20 cubic meter. Then the more landfills are recorded on the Bijelo Polje, from central part of Bijelo Polje to border of Serbia, and only 14 illegal landfills from central part of Bijelo Polje to border with the municipality of Berane. The Lim River upstream of Bijelo Polje is more cleaner in terms of the number of the illegal landfills. The reason being, we assume a lower population density for kilometer quadrat in the part of Bijelo Polje. Then here, little people lives in this place where we recorded the little illegal landfills. And there is so much people, we recorded so much landfills. And this is all. Thank you for all.
Thank you very much. This is, wow, so much work.
Oh, so much work, yes. And
we'll ask you questions later. Can you please stop sharing the screen now? So Clemens can do his part, and we'll have, I think, really nice discussion.
Hi guys, do you see my presentation?
Yes.
Is it working? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So first of all, actually right now it's quite tough to talk about Everwave because Dejan did some statements we have to discuss afterwards, because I think what he mentioned is totally part of the problem in the region. But I think first of all, some words about Everwave and what we are doing. So our motto is be part of the solution, which means we have not only in the Balkan region, in many regions in the world, we have the big threat of plastic pollution, and it's a huge problem, which means we need a lot of different solutions. There's not one solution which fits every situation. So we as Everwave try to combine as much as we can, as much knowledge concerning our partners, as well as much influence and social media activity as possible. So this is the way we are tackling the problem, and we are following our vision. I would say it's a responsible society for healthy oceans, which exactly describes what we are doing. The main focus has to be not on cleanup technology. Is always we humans, we have to change behavior, we have to change consumptions, obviously, because otherwise we can build the best boats in the world, we are not going to solve the problem anyway. So we have to stop getting plastic into the environment and then try to get it out at the same time, and then we will have a solution. So the biggest part is actually a responsible society, and that's what we are working on. And when I say we are a team of 15 people, as you can see, all different age, all different background, which is really important for us. We are our residence is in, or our back office is in Aachen in Germany, near Cologne, and we existing since 4 years right now, and always growing, luckily, and trying to get our footstep bigger and bigger in Germany and German-speaking countries. But within the last half year, 6 months, I would say, yeah, we are pretty known all around the world for our garbage boats, as well as for our other techniques we are developing. So again, this is what we are working on. Two different pillars, I would say. It's technological innovation, which combines cleanup technologies, and of course the recycling theme, because we think that it's really important to close the loop. It's not, yeah, plastic is in the right use or in the right case, it's pretty useful. So if we use it the right way, it's definitely worth it. And if we don't use it the right way, we have to give it another sense of living, I would say, and that's what we're doing with our partners as well. And what's really important is the artificial intelligence. We are trying to combine our cleanup technology with the artificial intelligence, and therefore we can, on the one side, we can go by drones over certain fields, over a certain region, and tell about pictures where it's worth to work and what we're going to expect in a certain region. And the next step is we have cameras on top of the boat which exactly scan what we are collecting. So for example, after one day in Visegrad, we knew exactly how many bottles we have on board, how many bags, how many other materials like wood, like glass. And of course, this helps us a lot for getting the next step, the recycling, way better, way more effective. And it also helps us to get in contact with the local authorities, because if we are able to say, hey, we are finding one type of plastic in a certain region many times, we can try to find the hole where it comes from and then try to fill it and be more focused on certain hotspots. And as I said, our cleanup technologies, which are the Collectix garbage boat, as you can see here on top. This is a photo of our of a mission in August 2020. We were in Slovakia, and as you can see, everything went perfectly fine. We collected in 3 days around 20 tons of material, and the situation was not that heavy like in Visegrad, but still, as you can see, there's a lot of trash, a lot of fridges, a lot of wood, and yeah, that worked quite good. The boat won, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, we won the prize for the Solar Impulse Foundation, which is a worldwide foundation. And also our second cleanup technology, which is right now in the end of the developing stage, I would say. We are planning the first real implementation, which is a platform, which is a passive system implemented in a hotspot region in a certain river, and it only works by directing currents in a certain direction. So as you can see, the water is entering the bottom. There's nothing at the bottom, and we're not working with any nets. So this is the closest not to be like, oh, we always wanted to have less impact on the environment as possible. And if you're working just with nets or barriers, you of course have an impact on fish, on ships, obviously. And our platform is a modular design, which means what you're seeing there is the platform is built and the current is running through the platform, and by the building of the platform, the material gets separated and restored in behind, and the boat is capable of emptying the platform, which means together this is a quite good solution, because we have a passive, energy low system working 24/7 all year long, and the boat is able to go in certain places where there's no current and it may be hard to enter, small streams, anything like that, and combined with the AI, do as much positive impact as possible. And yeah, as I said, next step is recycling, which is really important. And I'm going to show you a little what we're doing there. We are part of a EU project which is called Mix Up, they are trying to get the plastic like eaten by bacteria and then renew it to new plastic, which is really interesting. But it's also, I mean, we are working in different parts of the world, and you always have to look at the situation in these parts. And like in Visegrad, there is actually no real recycling system. So you have to work with what you get. And yeah, as I said, in Visegrad, there's almost nothing. And now I want to focus a little bit more on our mission in Visegrad, because Dejan said a few things which are in my eyes not really correct. For us, it's always what you're expecting and what you're telling. We came to Visegrad with a clear statement. We are going to stay for 2 weeks and get as much material out of the water as possible. We were totally sure that we can't solve the whole problem because it's just way too much material. But this was not our task. We wanted to show a possible solution to the people, and of course we wanted to raise awareness, which obviously, as you can see, worked quite good. We were all around the world, ABC News, Washington Post, and which obviously helps us a lot getting the problem in general in the mind of the people. So the boat is a really good transporter of a certain message. It's there, it's seen, and we had quite enormous media coverage in Visegrad or in Bosnia as well. So we bring the boat 2 weeks, and then people are talking about, okay, can we use it? Can't we use it? Then we are fine with it, and we leave. And if we can, how can we help solve other problems like illegal landfills, or I don't know, educating pupils in a certain region, just to get the people work together with us. And as I said, our goal was never to go to Visegrad and solve the solution or get all the material out of the lake and leave, because then the footprint is nothing. I would say in half a year, the dam looks exactly the same. So this is for me, it's not, this is definitely no long-term solution. And what is really funny, and that's an insight I would love to share with you, is we are obviously really, partners are key. Partners in certain areas. Without good partners in certain areas, we are not able to work. And right now I'm sitting in my hotel room in Belgrade, and we have really, really nice partners here on the recycling side and also on the NGO side. And we have the boat with us, and they think it's a solution. And we are trying to do as much as we can again, and offering them our solutions, and maybe they need it and feel that it's a good solution or not, then they have to find another one. But the last picture you saw on Dejan's presentation is the first time I saw the picture, and it's our boat. We got the boat back to Germany, and it was nearly destroyed, as you could imagine. And our partner from Bosnia, never showed up again. Didn't take off the phone, didn't answer to any email. And I think if we are talking about finding solutions in a certain region, people should take responsible as it is and as it comes, and not take I don't know, take the media, take all the positive stuff, and if there's a problem, just leave. And I don't know, Dejan, you are not, you have seen the boat, you are not that deep into it, but I think it's not fair to say that the boat is not a solution. I don't know if it's maybe not a solution for the dam in Visegrad. That's fine for us. But you have to talk. We are more than happy about feedback, but sink the boat and never show up again is actually not the way we try to find solutions all around the world. And we have a lot of partners working with us. Just just to show. So there are a lot of partners we can rely on, and they are relying on us. And if they are not convinced about our solutions, they wouldn't work together with us. So maybe you should re-ask yourself as well, is it the right way we are talking about the problem and the solution? I don't think so. Or at least I don't think so at the moment. Yeah, thanks guys.
Thanks, all of you. Samra, you want to say some words?
No, I don't know. This is so much. I just hope that this will all just be taken as this will all be constructive. I don't think that maybe Dan's intention was to attack anyone, just to like point out the issues. And I really hope that it won't affect the solutions the finding the solutions we need in order to have healthier rivers here.
Yeah, I think it's important to note indeed, like this is a huge issue, right? It's a huge problem that is faced by all of you, and all of you are working on solutions, and all of you are working on creating awareness, involving more people with it. Some are part of the solution, some are like maybe not as effective as hoped for, but I think this issue is results in frustration often, because it's a problem that is not easy to solve, right? So indeed, let's not blame each other here. Let's have an open discussion. And I think one question I have actually for Danijela that also shows a bit how this is, how certain parties can be seen as the problem, or the ones that don't want to solve anything, but maybe actually do want to solve. Because I think like often we ask that the municipalities should take responsibility, right? For instance, the municipality of Bijelo Polje, because there's a lot of landfills going on there. It's like they should solve this, right? In your presentation, you sometimes said like, actually they don't do a thing, but at the same time, they were the ones asking you to do this research, right? You did the research for, so I'm quite curious what the role of the municipality in Bijelo Polje at the moment already is. Can you say something about that, Danijela? And did you understand my question? I'm not sure.
Yes, I understand. What we have to do here, I would like that Clemens come here with this boat to cleaning this problem with River Lim, and this will be very nice. I hope that I will contact Dan, that we make some deal if it's possible that he comes here, because the municipality don't do now nothing to cleaning all these landfills. Look, the volume of illegal I'm here. Okay, what I have to tell that we must to cleaning this to make this problem together. Citizens, municipality, and we must find a good methodology. But the first we must to make a deal with the president of my municipality. Finally, we must do something. We don't do nothing to cleaning our river. The water of the river is very dirty. I do some analysis from quality of water, biology quality, chemical quality, and it's so much problem with the river. And you asked me this, Vera, if I understand good.
Yeah, and the question, because you've been asked by the municipality to do this research, right?
Yes.
So they are interested, right? They also want to be solving this issue in a sense.
Yes, this problem and this document that I give from my municipality and tell, okay, I do this document, I detect all landfills, please now do something. And my municipality didn't do nothing. They didn't have feeling with what this problem. I must to speak about this. This is absolutely true. And I do not one documents. I do so much documents. about the problem with the river, with cleaning river, with water, with landfills, and they didn't do exactly nothing. But somebody must to try to do. People, then some anti-government organization, people, citizens, and I hope that in the future the president of my municipality and administration have some feeling to make this river Lim more cleaning, that we make there tourism, and then people come there to enjoying. But now if you come here, you will see situation real.
Yeah, hopefully we will be there in the end of May. Jess raised the hand, and then we have Dino after her. Please ask your question.
Hi, everyone. My connection might be unstable. I hope you can all hear me. First, thank you to Danijela, Dejan, and Clemens for your presentations. They were all very interesting. I have actually two questions. The first one is for Danijela. I wanted to know, from your research, do you have a solution to the problem of these illegal landfills? Because in the one slide you showed a lot of these solutions, like here we clean it up and we should put it away, and here we should clean it up and we should put it away. But is if the people come together to clean it up, is it just so simple that they clean it? And where would they put it, and who has to come and clean it? And is it a long-term solution, or what do you really think is a long-term solution to this problem?
For my solution, that the responsibility people who to come, and people, the responsibility people in the municipality come there, they cleaning this, and they speak with people, that they cannot do this anymore. And that we must to people, kako se kaže kazniti, that we for money people.
Yeah, pay the fines for dumping waste.
Yes, if they put this in this all pollution river, they must to pay for this. They or kako se kaže kazniti, kako biše ono, izvini.
Punished, yeah.
Punished, they must to do this for people, because people here don't, they are not responsible. They didn't feeling for rivers. For my solution is that people must to pay for this when they do this bad, if they put this pollution in river. It's so much solution that one is of this.
So they do have somewhere to dump. Oh, sorry. I think my camera is
people who put waste in the river, they must to pay, and the other time they will not put this pollution.
Yeah.
The ecological image is the ecological image is not on good.
Sorry.
People don't think about ecology. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think it's my my internet. But what you're saying is that there is some sort of infrastructure that exists, people can go and they have somewhere to dump their trash. Because when Vera and Ellie and I were in, was it Romania last year? The people had to drive, I think, 100 kilometers away to dump their trash. And I thought, yeah, well, obviously they throw it into the river because they aren't able to drive so far just to dump their trash.
Yeah, they have enough containers.
They didn't have very little container. The my municipality give for the much, kako se kaže nevladina organizacija, kako beše? NGO. They give us so much project, but we don't have so much container. And this is very big problem, especially on the village, where people all put directly in the river. We don't, This is the big problem, container.
Yeah. Need for so is
And
it,
I did actually have a second question, Samra, before you give it to Dino, because I know he was next. I'm sorry, Dino. The second question is for Clemens, because Clemens, I was just a little confused because a few times you said that the boat wasn't like a long-term solution, or it wasn't really a solution. It was sort of, you got a lot of media attention and you're showing the people like how things could potentially be. But then on the other hand, you were also calling it a solution, and I'm not sure anything about your company, but I don't know if you also advertise this as a solution. So what, like, in which situation would the boat be a solution to this problem, or is it not a realistic solution?
Okay. The boat is a solution. It's capable of getting around 20 tons of material out of the water, which is, compared to any other boat we know, really effective. But the situation in Visegrad was unexpectedly a lot of wood, and a lot of big wood, which is, if you see the conveyor belt, it's a problem. It's just, if a big, I don't know, tree runs across, you're not able to collect, so you have to go forward. And this takes all time. If you have right now we are working on a Danube, we just scanned some locations, and if there's wood, that's no problem. If there is trees, then it's a problem. So the longer the material is at one place, I think the harder it gets. For example, and that's what we were talking about with and that's interesting for us. We were talking about with the local government in Visegrad as well. And they said, hey, yeah, we have to clean up the dam now, once, get all out, and then put the boat in. And you never see this situation again, because the boat will take everything which comes out of the water. And then you don't have this massive, compact, I don't know, how do you call it? Mass of material, which is, yeah, it's really hard to connect. Actually, was really hard to collect. And I think what we all should think about. Right now we have 3 different missions. 2 were really successful, and in the 2 locations, both partners are thinking about buying the boat. And one mission was Visegrad, where the boat nearly, obviously, as you can see, never showed up again. So we think it's a solution for certain areas and for certain situations. And what's important for us is obviously feedback. We're doing science, we're doing all what we're doing. I mean, the mission in Visegrad was all new for all of us, for the partners and for us. And we have to learn. If one learning of Visegrad is, for us, we are not going to go in a dam which looks like that anymore. Then somebody else has to find a solution. Our boat is not perfect for this situation, but it's not like, I think, blaming or saying you came here and you didn't help us. It's, in my eyes, can be understood quite disrespectful, because a German partner, a German partner paid a lot of money for getting the boat to Visegrad to help. It's not only disrespectful for us, it's also for our partner, because they paid a lot of money to help. And the result is, I don't know, our partner in Visegrad is not answering. They nearly drowned the boat. And what now? I mean, is that?
Yeah, and I'm quite curious, because I see your reaction in your face quite a few times. I'm quite curious what you're thinking at the moment. But let's try to be respectful, right? We know.
Yeah, no. Dejan was not our partner. It's
I know. But
just to make it clear, Dejan, it's not his fault. It's just I don't know how the situation
I'm
got
curious
there
about
as
his
well.
reaction because he's seen also the media of the boat coming as a solution, but he's also seen it not solving something. So maybe, yeah, what are you thinking at the moment?
Clemens, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm sorry if you are offended, but that is not my intentions. I just try to say that everything about the cleaning project here in Visegrad, the mystery, no transparency. Your people which help you to go with this project, like the guy named Boško, told us many false information or something like that, and they are picking 3 guys like non-swimmers to work with your boats, and I don't want to blame anybody.
It's Dejan, so
but you must try to understand me. Authorities in the Visegrad gave to the people a false information. The lake was gonna be clean in about a month, but lake is not clean just today. I'm appreciate your help and your company. I am not here to insult anybody, but if you say that you are saw that picture of the sinking boat for the first time, I saw it 10 days after the boat has sunk. And if you know what I try to say, everybody try to hide something, you know?
yeah, I get you.
And that's my point. I'm not here to insult you and thank you because your organization and my organization
do the
start
same.
do the same and start the contact in the first over the emails. You asked my organization to try to find some financial partner, but we are in Bosnia here, like NGOs are isn't respected or something like that. I just try to tell to you and everybody, people who work with you here in Bosnia, like Boško guy or something like that, gave a lot of false information to all of us and make some confusion. Authorities from the hydropower plants said to me, there was the lack of communication. I said, what? I sent you a few emails, nobody respond. And even your organization, I send you the last email, just a second.
Okay, and this is something we should. Okay.
This is my present for you, but you run away. Your organization ran away. This is the pictures.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, because I'm not here to insult you and anybody, but I try to say problem in the cleaning Visegrad Lake. For the 20 years, there is some kind of the mystery. Like everybody in the town, local people think there's some kind of the money laundering or something like that, and nobody can prove that. And I don't think so, but they stop me all the time in the street. What's happened up there? Who paid for the boat? Nobody can. There is no transparency. There's the biggest problems.
I have one question for Dejan.
Okay, I hope I know that your boat are not the solution for this problem, but thank you for your coming to Visegrad and make some connection with us. I hope that maybe some other time your organization and my organization get more in connection or something like that, because Boško and some other guy even put some kinds of little threats to my organization. Don't mention this, don't mention that, something like that. We can live in fear. You understand?
And yeah, Dejan. So totally agree. Thanks for your words. I didn't want to argue with you. It's just I saw that for the first time. I was just like, what's happening there? But
right, something.
I think it's I think this is also a learning. Obviously, the language barrier, it's huge. It's part of our work, and I mean, you know, I was like in I don't know, 25 different political talks during my time in Visegrad. I saw the boat like half a day, and all the time I sat in, all the rest I sat in a coffee talking to, I don't know, the power plant guy or the local authority or whatever.
You don't know where you come.
And I didn't understand a word, and they were just like, "Hey, guy, okay, we just said this, this, and this. Is it fine for you?" And we just want to help, guys. It's
thank you, thank you a lot. Really, thank you a lot for your organization and for every effort you're putting in cleaning lake. But
we make it short. Next time we try to work together with you and find financing partner for everything.
Really, we are honest organization, but authorities here gave so much false information to the public. Like the lake is gonna be clean in about a month. There's the 15,000 square meters of plastic. How's gonna be that? And the people from the power plant said that their truck pick up the more garbage than your boat. Yeah, did you know that? And people ask me, who paid the boat? Who paid the boat? Okay, I don't know anything. Just like to say to you, I'm not here to insult you, and I'm sorry if you feel offended. That's not my intent, really.
Thank you, guys.
I like Ellie's suggestion of drinking rakia together later. Dino has been wanting to ask a question for quite a while, I think.
Yep. If you didn't forget, Dino?
Yeah, do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say hello to everyone. I am Dino. I come from Bijelo Polje, same town as Danijela and Denis. And maybe also you, Sandra, because Mahmutovic's surname is...
I'm from Krevlja.
Yeah, Mahmutovic's surname is common in Bijelo Polje also. Well, first of all, I want to thank Danijela for tremendous work she did for mapping wild disposal in the river Lim. And that's pretty much, I think, one of the biggest work that has been done on a river Lim in a process of cleaning the whole Lim. Well, there is a few things I want to say about Lim, and that first, we don't have so much problem. We don't have so much problem from heavy industry or something like that. Our problem is pretty much a problem of stepping into civilization. Really, it's like we need just to clean our rivers, and there is maybe two steps. First step is to clean, to connect water disposal and stop them to getting into the river. Next one is stopping garbage getting into the river. So I think solutions are really straight point. There is no, you don't need research or something like that. You have many examples in the world. You can okay. So there is here is some of the solutions. Stopping leaking disposal waters in Lim. Bijelo Polje start the project, and it's almost done, but there is a few problems of people who don't want a factory of cleaning disposal waters. So it's a bit stuck there. And of course, garbage. About garbage, me and a few of my friends started cleaning Lim by hand, because we couldn't look at the river that way, and starting NGOs and asking Europe funds, and I don't know, because in past 20 years, many NGO like trying to clean Lim and sucking the budgets of Europe, and nothing happened. So we said, like, okay, we have to do it by our hands, literally by our hands, picking garbage from the river and dumping into disposal where we should dispose that. So I think feedback from the people is very good, because most of the people want to see Lim clean. It's not like people like to dump their trash in Lim. They don't like it. They just don't have any place to dump it, because our municipality don't do their job, unfortunately. But I hope they will do it as soon as we make pressure on them with our cleaning of the Lim, because every day we get more and more public support. So I give you one example. It is maybe 4th or 5th week since we only clean one day in the week, and it's like our 5th, I think, week that we're cleaning, and we only started to clean with because we don't have budget, we don't have anything, we have just tools we have for our household. So people from our from that they were living in Bijelo Polje, now they moved in West and in richer countries. They started to funding us with the money to buy machines, so we can clean faster and better shores of the Lim. So I hope this will be some I think pretty much movement for mindset of the people, so they take care of Lim. In a few things we have on our mind in the process of cleaning Lim, since we started this, since this become serious in our city, is to take a plastic you can recycle, so we don't dump that on the dump on the garbage disposal center. We should collect separately, like plastic bottles, PP plastic, and all the plastic you can really recycle. We want to put that aside and sell, and maybe buy more machines we need to clean Lim. So yeah, maybe one day I will call you and say Lim is now clear. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Dino. This is really, really cool to hear. And I think this goes on to Danijela a bit about like where does the actual garbage come from, and where can we actually solve this problem at the base instead of having to still solve it once it's in the reservoir, right? Which is cool. Maybe Denis, if you would like to quickly introduce the Lim Regatta a bit to us, which is an event where we still really hope to be together, and maybe we can then take a day and join you for a day on the river, Dino, to help cleaning.
Now I have word, is it? Okay. Thanks for presentation, and hello to everybody. I will secondly say something about regatta, but first I will just a little bit connect on Dino story about these eco actions. I going maybe last 10 years on rafting during whole river Lim, from Plav, where is Plavsko jezero, to the end, to the Rudo or Priboj, and I witnessed how also Danijela said all this very useful informations, and also how Dejan from his experience also explained us this problem in Visegrad. And but I want just to say this, that all this problem in Visegrad and Priboj, it's coming mostly from Montenegro. It's 70% of garbage and trash coming from Montenegro. And now I will say, secondly, very important information from my experience. When I going from in regatta with rafting from Plav till example Berane, this first 50 kilometers, it's very clear water, and mostly it's clear. Also, Semra was last year with me. She saw that it's mostly clean. But when we're going through Berane to Bijelo Polje, it's catastrophic. We have a very, very big problem. And of course, also how said Danijela, all these problems. We know all this, how to say, the places where they waste disposals and all this. But the problem is that we cannot. We now must start to work. We know everything, we know this, but we must, and now I will connect on Dino's story, we must start with eco actions. We must now, and we're starting before 4 weeks, before we started to clean Bijelo Polje, and also how Clemens said, with these actions, we know that we will not clean, maybe for 1 decade, we will not clean Lim, but we want that these actions, how Clemens also said, to give the example, and even in this small place, take the small place to clear and show people that we can, and then we can influence on awareness in this local place. And this 4th year, I can say that we're doing very good job, because people very, how to say, very, of course, now it's Corona, COVID, and all problems to come and all this, but people want to come, want to help, because because of that, and all these catastrophic problems in Visegrad and all these problems. I can also say last year we had problems with dirty water, which killed tons and tons fishes. And then the problem main is Berane and Bijelo Polje. I just want to say the main problem on whole Lim, and then we can focus, and also we can start with how I and Dino and these people from Bijelo Polje, we started to even on small local place, just to show people an example, then to make a company every weekend and start to cleaning. And we understand that we will that this must be our mission years and years. That will certainly we will not clean even a small part, but we want that like this, make a pressure also on the government, and also the government of Serbia and the government of Montenegro. Before a few weeks started to speaking about and working on this problem with Lim. Then also to push also NGOs, the funds and money which they taking, example for EU funds or local or state fund, that they much more efficiently use to do this. And we want to make this, of course, this solidarity, people and NGOs and government to now start everybody to work with this, just because we understand that now is the urgency moment, just how Dejan also said that that even if everybody now go in Visegrad and clean everything, next year again we will have a same problem, because we don't working with main problem in Berane and Bijelo Polje.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. I had also that's why I wanted to ask Danijela if she, like, because she did the measuring of the volume of illegal landfills. Like, did you ever come back to check if they increased? You know, if the people continue dumping the waste, because maybe that's something also to consider. Like, is this waste there for a long time, or is it growing there?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Samra. Okay, yes, I go there before, I think 15 days, because now I detect the illegal landfills on the other river, Bistrica, and Bistrica is tributary of the Lim. And then a couple of times I saw that the landfills became the bigger. This what speak Dino is correct, but I think that people are not so much interesting, because not all people, much people like me, like her, and other people, yes, they are so interesting to cleaning landfills, to be much responsibility about environmental, about our nature, but these landfills become a more bigger, and some landfills are cleaning the municipality, and the people who are responsible there, they cleaning this. But I saw the new illegal landfills. Then we must start tomorrow to make this, to cleaning this space.
Sorry, I came before. Ellie asked like half an hour ago for a question, and Clemens raised the hand a few times. So please, Ellie, then Clemens. We are way over our time, but I think this is important to discuss, because obviously we need some discussion needed to happen. Hope you don't mind it.
Thanks, Samra. Actually, I have 1,000 questions, but I'm not gonna go through any of them. I just wanted to say how this is really interesting, where I think in this science chat, we bring together a few different parties and so many different perspectives. So this is very interesting, and to see that it's necessary. So thank you for your input, and I would just pass it on. No, that important question at the moment. Thank you.
I have just one question. It's just something we are experiencing a lot, especially in the region. In this region, there are gladly a lot of NGOs trying to solve the problem in a certain direction. And as mentioned before, I don't know who said it, if Dennis said it, that there's a lot of funding going on, but nobody knows where the funding goes and nothing happens. Is it typical that why don't all the NGOs in one certain region or countries trying to combine their strength and work together? Why it's necessary that, like, I don't know, in Serbia, 15, 20 NGOs have to get funded? If, I don't know, is it possible to combine that? I think it's way more effective at the end. Or is it that hard? Too many interests? I don't know.
Maybe I can try to reply to that question, and then locals can fill up. I think the issue there is that, for example, in Montenegro, a lot of funding for NGOs went to actually NGOs that are not doing much work, not the ones who are out there and doing voluntary actions, but the ones because of the corruption, basically, people saw that they can get money through that, and they would just go apply for funding and get it, and would not do what they obliged to do. So I think that's one of the issues. And for the NGOs that really want to work and to cooperate, they don't have money. So it's harder for them to invest energy in, for example, networking across the border, etc. But I hope this will change. I don't know. Maybe Dino wants to add something or to answer to your question, or if anyone else. Sorry if I interrupted.
So I have to see. Hey, Clemens. Yeah, we have problems with the NGOs that doesn't do any job at all, especially on ecology, and wherever we open anything, any chapter of European Union, we just suck money for our own living not to solve problems. Unfortunately, there is a few NGOs that do their job, but it's only minority, and we need more strength about it. And yeah, here is endemic corruption. It's not where you live in a country that you can say to your municipality, okay, there is a problem, let's sit and solve the problem. Here you have to like fight, like really fight. You can be threatened by your life, by your family, by your job, by anything whenever you do just ecology, because you always step on the toe of the people on the power position. So first of all, if you want to understand what's happening with our ecology, you have to understand what's happening with our politics, unfortunately. So that's why I and Dennis and a few other people took the thing in our hands and started to doing all manually, because we cannot wait until the people on positions who decide whether they will do their job or not will start doing some systematically removing the problem. So this is not just cleaning Lim. This is also pressure on them.
Yeah,
So
you're doing a great job. Really, yeah. That's the base.
This is our way to say like, hey, no more. This is the breaking point. So
yeah, you know, the question why I'm asking is not we don't know in Germany either where the funding goes. So we have funding as well, and there are NGOs which are getting funded, and we don't know what for. So this is a problem in general, I would say. But when we are talking about a certain region, like going to Lim River, for example, we get a concrete ask for coming or for help. I don't know, an email from an NGO. We are our first obviously goal is to get to know the NGO and get to know if it can work together or not. And it's really hard to separate and see, I don't know, Facebook or activity if the NGO is trustable or not. And that's really tough from our perspective. That's just, you know, we can't see if the funding goes the right way or not in Belgrade. Therefore, we are not close enough.
I think you can, but the way you're looking at is really strict. You just see that organization have a few projects and you based your trust on that. That's, I think it's not good. That is, in my opinion, not good methodology for anything. You have to see results, and here you cannot see many results, unfortunately. So if you want to fund something, try to find partners that are more suitable for this.
Thank you. Danijela also had a question from Dejan, but she dropped out. I don't know. Maybe it's internet. I don't know. Okay.
No, I think she had to go. She mentioned in the chat that she has to leave and would love to meet us. I also think, like, of course, everybody that wants to keep talking, that's okay. Welcome to stay. But also, we've already took quite some time, so whoever needs to leave, that's also okay. I don't think this is a problem or issue we can really solve now anyways, and I'm really hoping to come together in Lim. I see Dennis definitely wants to add something, maybe in this direction. Dennis?
Want also once again to remind everybody that in the 31st May and 1st and 2nd June, we will organize Lim Regatta. The Lim Regatta is we organize in 22 till now years, and it's very big tradition. We're going maybe I hope that we will go from Plavsko jezero till Bijelo Polje this year, but also it depends of this COVID and how it will be. But I want that everybody also to come and to see from the from on the terrain what is the problems of the Lim, and also this part from Plavsko to Andrivica is really example how Lim can be. It's clear, it's very how to say, people much more have attention for environment, but from Berane to Bijelo Polje is disaster. And during with rafting also we will have a chance to see in the terrain all this how it's working, these problems with the Lim. And because of that, I'm calling everybody that days to come and also to have a fun and to experience the Lim and meet the north of Montenegro.
Thank you, Denis. Thank you, everyone. Vera, will you take over the closing?
I can say thank you as well. No, really cool to see everyone together. With the River Collective, we really tried to make the link between science, activism, experts, and this is really what was happening today with Danijela as the scientist, right? And then we had activists and some solutions as the experts. So really happy to see that coming together and actually realizing we're all fighting for the same goal, and that's clean, healthy, free-flowing rivers. So I'm really looking forward to coming together. Would be cool also to see you, Clemens, to see you, Dejan, at the Lim Regatta. Hopefully we can travel indeed. Eddie is really keen to come from Austria. I'm gonna try to get there from the Netherlands. So yeah, hopefully drink a rakia or a beer or a Coca-Cola there, right? With everyone. Thanks all for joining.
Sorry, just to mention, but for River Collective, subscribe to our newsletter, because after Lim Regatta we'll have these activities, and after that we'll have also in July Students for Rivers Camp in Valbona in Albania. That's on the other side of Prokleti Mountains from north of Montenegro, so pretty similar issues there. Yeah, thank you everyone, and hope we'll have a chance to meet in person.
Thank you very much for organizing. Have a good night. Take care. Ciao.
Good night. Ciao, ciao.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Dino.